Do you know how to properly dispose of your old, no longer working Android phone? Do not throw it in the trash. I'm Kurt the CyberGuy. I've got tech hacks, tips, and tricks, and news about scams and a whole lot more over at CyberGuy.com, which is also where you can sign up for my free CyberGuy Report newsletter. While smartphones are getting longer lasting batteries and have more features than ever, there comes a day when they eventually stop working. If you find yourself stuck with an Android that's a dud, be sure to follow our steps to dispose of it properly. Sadly, fixing or repairing a phone these days can cost about as much as buying a new one. Before you take the plunge and buy a new one, you're going to want to make sure you securely get rid of the old one. There are also a few steps you should try, like backing up the device, especially if your Android is still able to turn on. My first tip to back up your phone is to try plugging it into a computer. It's possible just the screen of your Android is dead and the device is still functioning. This way may not work if you've got a passcode on your device, as your phone may require you to approve a transfer from the phone itself, but this is worth a shot to see if you're able to back up via a computer. If you plug it in using a USB or micro USB cord, your computer is going to likely show you an external device plugged in. If you're able to access the device, open it and save all the data to an external hard drive or your own computer's files. A better option is to try backing up an Android to the cloud. If you've previously set up My Mobile on your Android and your device still turns on, you can back it up remotely via Samsung Cloud. Just log in and find My Mobile. Click Backup on the options for your device, then check off the apps and data you want to back up. Then tap Backup once again. Now, if you're concerned about information on the non-functioning device, you may or may not need to be worried, but does your phone have a SIM card in it is another question. If so, remove the SIM card before recycling any old phone. If you were using an eSIM, which is one that's not a physical SIM card, contact your phone carrier to have that eSIM disconnected from the device before following the next steps. You should be able to contact your carrier about installing the eSIM on your next device. Next, you can find out if your device is available for trade-in on Samsung's website. Samsung allows trade-ins for many old devices that can count toward a new Galaxy smartphone, for example. Follow the steps by filling out the manufacturer, model, and condition and find out if it's eligible. One important note here is your phone will only be eligible if it starts up to the home screen and functions. A reduced value may be applied if your screen or device has any breaks, cracks, or other defects that go beyond normal wear and tear. You can trade other devices other than Samsung's here as well. However, if you don't have a Samsung, feel free to check your manufacturer's website for their trade-in options. The most important thing to note, even if your Android is completely useless and will not turn back on, is you should not throw it in the trash. Smartphones contain a lithium battery that needs to be recycled or disposed of, but not with your household waste. You can also bring any smartphone into most electronics stores and have it recycled for free, like Best Buy, for example. You can also recycle devices online through sites like Apple. Yes, they accept devices other than iPhones. Google, or even Amazon, which has an amazing free recycling program you can use. Amazon does also offer trade-ins for functioning devices that can be redeemed for Amazon gift cards. There are other sites like Declutter that let you sell old devices. You can also check your local trash electronic recycling program to see where you can recycle devices locally. The Environmental Protection Agency has a list of donation and recycling programs listed. To find out my tips on how to back up your device or recycle any device, head to cyberguy.com, and while you're there, sign up for my free newsletter.